Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all fine. Today we're going to revise for the quarterly exam. So, children, take your class book, textbook, pen and pencil and listen to the class.
And today we're going to do a revision for quarterly exam. Today we're going to see 3 lessons, that is force and motion, atomic structure, health and hygiene. We're going to start with force and motion lesson. In this lesson, we're going to learn about distance and displacement. So what is distance, children? Distance is nothing but moving one place to another place. And the measure of total length we covered, we call it as a distance. Next is displacement. So displacement means the shortest distance from initial to final position of an object. We call that as a displacement. So distance is moving one place to another place. The total length measured, we call it as a distance. Displacement is moving a shortest distance, moving from initial to final position of an object. Now look at this tabular column, children. This tabular column will tell you about distance and displacement. So distance is the complete length of a path between 2 points. Displacement is the direct length between any 2 points. Distance is complete length. Displacement is direct length. Distance is a scalar quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. Scalar means it depends only on magnitude. Vector means it depends on magnitude and direction. Distance will always show positive value. Displacement will show negative, positive and even 0. Both distance and displacement have a same unit. The unit is meter. Next we are going to see speed and velocity. So what is speed? You all know about speed. The speed means rate of change of distance. Rate of change of distance. Okay, so changing in the distance. Change the speed in distance. We call it as a speed. So speed is equal to distance by time taken. Speed is equal to distance by time taken. So unit of speed is what? It's meter per second. Speed can be classified into 2 types. One is uniform speed, another one is non-uniform speed. So what is uniform speed, children? Uniform speed means if a body covers equal distance in equal intervals of time. For an example, if a car travels in a speed of 10 meter per second, the car covers 10 meter in 1 second. That is an example for uniform speed. Next, we are going to see about non-uniform speed. This is opposite to a uniform speed. So, what is that? Unequal distance in equal intervals of time. For an example, a lift go up and down in building. So, if you see a lift, it goes up and down in the building, no? That is an example for a non-uniform speed. So, if a body covers unequal distance in equal intervals of time. This non-uniform speed was calculated by average speed. So, what is the formula for average speed? Average speed is equal to total distance travelled by a time taken. Next, we are going to learn about velocity. So, what is velocity? Rate of change of displacement. Velocity means rate of change of displacement or else speed of an object in a direction. Speed of an object in a direction. So what is the formula for velocity? Velocity is equal to displacement by time. This velocity is a vector quantity, which means it depends on magnitude and direction. Okay, the unit of velocity is what? Yes, it's meter per second. Next, we're going to learn about acceleration. So, what is acceleration? So, acceleration is a rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity. If a body changes its speed or direction, then it's said to be accelerate. So, what is the formula for acceleration? Is change in velocity by time, or else final position or final velocity minus initial velocity by time taken. So A is equal to V minus U by T. What is the unit of acceleration? Yes,
it's meter per second square. It's meter per second square.
we're going to learn about center of gravity. Do you remember the example of cardboard? Yes. Center of gravity means a point from which the weight of a body to be considered to act. For an example, we have seen two shape objects. One is regular shape, another one is irregular shape. In regular shape, we have seen a geometrical shapes like cardboard, triangle, disc, ring. These are the regular shape, so that we can easily identify the center of gravity. In irregular shape, we have used lamina, pendulum bob, string. Okay, so center of gravity means what? A point from which the weight of a body may be considered to act. That is we call center of gravity. Next, we're going to learn about stability. So, do you remember, children, what is stability? Yes, stability means a state of being stable, or else a state or quality of being steady and not changing. It will not change the position. So, state of being stable, that we call it as a stability. Next, we're going to see about classification of stability. Stability was classified into three types: stable equilibrium, unstable equilibrium, neutral equilibrium. What is stable equilibrium? If a body tends to return to its original position after being disturbed. If an object is disturbed lightly and it's come to again its original position, we call that as a stable equilibrium. Example for stable equilibrium is Tanjavur doll. Next is unstable equilibrium. Unstable equilibrium means a small disturbance will produce a large change. Okay, if an object or something, if we gives us light force to it and it will falls down, it will not come to its original position. So that we call it as a unstable equilibrium. What is neutral equilibrium? Neutral equilibrium, if an object is slightly disturbed and it remains in a new position, we call it as a neutral equilibrium. For an example, a marble on a flat horizontal surface, a ball placed on the horizontal surface. These are the example for a neutral equilibrium. So children, we have seen about stable equilibrium, unstable equilibrium and neutral equilibrium. Next lesson, we're going to learn about atomic structure. Okay, so what is atom? Atom means a small particle. Atom means what? A small particle. Atom is derived from a Greek word. Atom is derived from a Greek word. So atom means what? It is indivisible. That means a smallest thing that could not divided. That is an atom. So atom consists of nucleus made of protons and neutrons orbited by electrons. Okay, if you see in this picture, can you see there is two balls in that picture? One is dark black and ash ball, that is proton and neutron, and the electrons are revolve around the protons and neutrons, that we call it as an atom. Next, we are going to learn about subatomic particles. So what is subatomic particles? Subatomic particles is nothing but a particle which is smaller than an atom in size. Which is smaller than an atom in size. So subatomic particles is nothing but a particle which is smaller than an atom in size. This atom was broken down into three subatomic particles. They are proton, neutron, electron. Children, now look at this tablet column. This tablet column will explain you about protons, electrons and neutrons. Protons are positively charged particles. Electrons are negatively charged particles. Neutron does not carry any charges. Next, the atomic mass unit of proton is 1. Electron is negligible. That means it is very small and not important. Neutron atomic mass unit is also 1. Proton will easily get attracted towards negative charge. Electron will easily get attracted towards positive charge and neutron will not attracted as they are neutral. Next we are going to see where they presented. Protons are presented in the nucleus. Electrons are present outside the nucleus. Neutrons are present in the nucleus of an atom. Next, we are going to learn about atomic number and atomic mass. Atomic number is defined as number of protons or electrons in an atom is called atomic number. So, a number of protons or electrons in an atom are called atomic number of that atom. This atomic number is represented by letter Z. Atomic mass is defined as a total number of protons and neutrons present inside the nucleus of an atom. Okay, so total number of protons and neutrons present inside the nucleus of an atom. Atomic mass is also known as mass number. Next, we are going to learn about valency. So, what is valency? Valency means the electron present in the outermost shell. We call it as a valence shell. For an example, look at this two elements. One is potassium, one is chlorine. The atomic number for potassium is Z is equal to 19 and the chlorine is Z is equal to 17. For potassium, we will write the electronic configuration as 2, 8, 8, 1. And for chlorine, the atomic number is 17. We will write the electronic configuration as 2, 8, 7. So, in an atom, the outermost shell, we call it as a valence shell. If an atom wants to be a stable, we want to follow the octet rule. That means the electronic configuration for potassium is 2, 8, 8, 1. If you see in the last outermost shell, we will have only one electron. So, if an atom wants to be a stable, we want 7 more electrons to be added. To add 7 more electrons, it is very difficult for an element. So, we are going to lose that 1. So, what is the valency for potassium now? What we lost, how many numbers we have lost? We lose only 1. So, the valency is 1. Next example is chlorine. What is the atomic number for chlorine? Is 17. The electronic configuration is 2, 8, 7. So, how many electrons are available in the last shell? Yes, it is 7 electron. To lose 7 electron, we need 8 electrons to atom to be stable. But we will have only 7 electrons. So, how many electrons to be added? 1. Yes, to lose 7 electrons is very difficult. So, we can gain 1 electron to the chlorine. So, now the outermost shell became stable. So what is the valency for chlorine? The valency for chlorine is
1.
Next lesson, we're going to learn about health and hygiene. So, what is personal hygiene? Personal hygiene means keep our body clean and healthy. So, how we can keep our body clean and healthy, children? Yes, we have to brush our teeth at least twice a day. We have to take bath every day. We have to wash our hair, trim our nails. Okay, so we have to eat the food which is closed with a lid. Okay, don't eat the food which is opened. So eat the food which is closed with a lid. Wash your clothes and put new clothes. Okay, don't put a dirty clothes. Please wash your clothes and wear it. These are the some personal hygiene you can follow. Next, we're going to look at community hygiene. What is community hygiene? Community means it's a formed by a group of people living together in a particular area. So, how we can live very healthy in a community hygiene? The surroundings should be kept clean. Drain should be covered properly. The domestic waste should be segregated and properly disposed of safely in separate dustbins. Used water from house should not be let into open drains or open areas. If we follow these things, we can be very hygiene and lead a healthy life in a community surrounding. Next, we are going to learn about care of the body. First, we are going to look at the eye care. Children, we should not watch TV or mobile phone for a long time because eyes are a very important organ of our body. If we watch TV and mobile phone for a long time, you will get vision loss. So be careful, children. Don't watch TV and mobile phone for a long time. Next is hair care. Daily you have to wash your hair and you have to keep neat by styling and brushing. We're going to learn about communicable diseases. Do you remember, children, what is communicable diseases? Communicable diseases means spread from person to person. These communicable diseases are caused by bacteria and virus. Now we are going to see about disease caused by bacteria. Tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. The symptoms of tuberculosis are fever, weight loss. We can prevent tuberculosis by BCG vaccination. Next disease is cholera. Cholera is caused by Vibrio cholerae. The symptoms for cholera is vomiting, severe diarrhea. How can you prevent cholera, children? By drinking boiled water and getting vaccination. Okay, next we are going to see disease caused by viruses. What are disease caused by viruses? Hepatitis. Hepatitis virus caused by hepatitis virus ABCD, and loss of appetite and vomiting are the symptoms of hepatitis. For hepatitis is proper cleaning of hands, drinking boiled water. Wherever we go out, after come to the home, you have to wash your hands, children. Don't forget that. Next, we are going to see about chicken pox. Chicken pox is caused by Bacillus zoster and the symptoms is rashes, fever, headache. How can we prevent chicken pox? By vaccination, and we have to give special attention to the particular victim. Next, we are going to see about rabies. Rabies is caused by bite of infected animals like dog, rabbit. What is the symptoms? Fever, exaggeration in behavior. How we can prevent? The timely vaccination. Okay, we can give a vaccination during that time. Next, we're going to learn about non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable disease means what? It will not spread from person to person. Communicable disease, it will spread. Non-communicable disease, it will not spread. These non-communicable diseases are not caused by bacteria, germs and other living organisms. Next, we're going to see about specific health problem of children. That is, so what is anemia, children? Anemia means the amount of red blood cells will be decreased in our body. So that is anemia. Severe anemia may lead to hookworm infection, chronic diarrhea and dysentery. Next, we're going to learn about burns and first aid for burns. So what is burns? The tissue that damage your skin by heat, electricity, sunlight, nuclear radiation, we call that as a burns. So how we can give a treatment for burns? If you have a minor burns, the affected area can be washed with a clean cold water and you can apply antiseptic cream. If you have severe burns, the burnt area can be covered with a clean non-sticking cloth or bandages. Usage of water should be avoided in the severe cases. Large burns, you have to take them immediately to a doctor, children. We should not keep at home. So need immediate medical attention.
Children, I hope you understand today's class. So be prepared for your exam. I'll meet you in the next class. Bye children. Be safe.